Okay, am I coming through? Well, the histogram shows my voice is coming through. Hopefully that also translates into people on the other side of this stream hearing my voice. Hello, everyone. It's Jeremy Parrish, again, for the second time today. Fingers crossed and hoping to God that this stupid stream works out. I'm going to wait for people to respond. Hopefully the stream will maintain stability also. Okay, people can hear me. So as long as we can avoid crashing, this will be a thing. Hi. Welcome to a... what's that? Trying to see what's going on in the chat, and it doesn't make any sense. Well, anyway, this is an honest-to-God special E3 edition of... I put up a sign that says Famicoffee, but it took me so long to set this up. I finished my coffee. It's been a rough day for streaming. So this is just a video stream. Actually, no, I'm not gonna lie. I poured myself a GNT, because it's been that kind of day. It's 2 in the afternoon. Almost 3. It's noon somewhere in the world. So anyway, Nintendo did their usual E3 stream video showcase thing. It was shorter than ever. Reggie Fils-Aimé talked for like 30 seconds, very philosophically. Then they showed 25 minutes of games. It wasn't even the full half hour we were promised. And yet, that's okay, because the games looked pretty promising. If Nintendo weren't the only company supporting Switch, that would actually be like a really great lineup of software. Instead, it's merely kind of pretty good. Some very good games, and then not much else. I don't know if that's a compelling value case for most people, but I guess we'll find out. Mario Odyssey looks great. Xenoblade 2 seems good, aside from the character designs, and incidentally I saw Tetsuya Nomura's name in there as a character designer or something, which could explain a lot. I don't know, maybe it's not fair to say that. I bet it's going to be very exciting and interesting for him to be involved in a game that actually ships when it is promised to ship. How's that for a change of pace, Mr. Nomura? But anyway, this stream is coming about because the guy who was giving the presentation, Shinya Takahashi, said, you know, we're mostly focusing on games this stream that are going to ship in 2017. And I started to tweet, that means don't ask for a Metroid game, please shut up. And then immediately after that, as I was typing my tweet, the teaser for Metroid Prime 4 showed up. And then, after that, Nintendo showed off a remake of Metroid 2. What the hell is going on here? This world is crazy, nothing makes sense anymore. Nintendo's giving people what they want. I do have some reservations about the remake, but the demo that I watched looks both pretty spot on and also very challenging. The lady demoing it seemed to have a pretty tough time, and I got the impression she knows the game pretty well, so I don't think it's just like they picked an incompetent presenter. I think it's just that game is pretty tough. I'm going to go back to the right here. I think there's a save point down someplace. It's been a while since I've played this, and I always find Metroid 2 very disorienting because of the closed-in cropping on the screen. Ah yes, the save point. Kaboom! But anyway, it's actually pretty exciting that they're going to remake Metroid 2. Actually, it looks like it's already been remade. They're just going to be launching it in 3 months, so it's pretty much locked down at this point. But after Metroid Zero Mission, I said, this was really great, and the game that really needs one of these is Metroid 2. And now, 13 years later, they're finally doing that. Sometimes it just takes a while. I can't help but wonder, okay, so I can't go this way because of the arbitrary water. I can't help but wonder how much of Nintendo's decision to remake Metroid 2 was prompted by another Metroid 2 remake, which, you know, was in the works for 10 years and came out last summer and immediately was hit by a cease and desist, which was kind of crappy of Nintendo. That was in the works forever. They could have C&D'd it a long time ago. But instead they let a dude spend a decade creating a fan game, and then said, oh no, you can't do that. Sorry. So that's pretty lousy. I feel bad for the guy. On the other hand, I am happy that they're finally remaking Metroid II. The downside, possibly, is that the development work is being handled not in-house by the cool people who made Metroid Zero Mission, which was very good, but is in fact being made... Whoa, there goes Samus, taking a shortcut. Speedrun! Metroid 2... Samus's... what is it called? Samus Returns? Yes. Is being developed by Mercury Steam, the studio responsible for the Castlevania Lords of Shadows games, including the not very good Castlevania Lords of Shadow Mirror of Fate, which I really wanted that to be good. I was there the moment it was revealed to the press at Konami's headquarters by, what's the guy's name? Dave Cox? The guy who headed up Lords of Shadows development. He was like, look, we have a 2.5D Castlevania Metroidvania for you, for those of you who don't like the stuff we've been doing. Oh my goodness, I found a Metroid. What is the button to switch weapons? It's select, right? Oh. Well, this is off to a great start. What am I doing? My god. Just gotta get it into the loop. Okay, there we go. Take that, little Metroid guy. Anyway, it seemed so good at first, but then I finally got to play it, and as a matter of fact, it was not good. So that was a disappointment. But I feel like, I don't know, some of that may have been Konami having bad ideas, or maybe producer Dave Cox having bad ideas, or maybe Mercury Steam not being given a very firm leash on what they could and couldn't do. In any case, I get the impression that's not how Nintendo works with its core properties. So I imagine Yoshio Sakamoto and whatever the name of his division is now are going to be, or have been, keeping a very close eye on what Mercury Steam has been doing. And the demo at E3 looked really good. Sadly, I'm not there myself to play it. The first time I've skipped E3, and that's right, 13 years. Last time I was at E3 the first time I was at E3 was 2004, just after Metroid Zero Mission came out. So I guess that was why that was it. Like, if I just stayed home from E3, they would announce a Metroid II remake. Well, I finally did it, folks. I finally stayed home from E3, and it finally happened. I'm sorry for dragging it out so long. But I am not there to play it myself, or to interview Yoshio Sakamoto, and that makes me sad. But I am here playing the original version of the game on the internet, and monologuing for an audience that may or may not be happy about that. I have no idea. I'm playing and not checking the stream chat. But in any case, video games. Yep, that's what we got. We got video games. This game is a long way away from getting covered on Game Boy Works. This is a 1992 game. I am slightly more than 2/3 of the way into 1990. And that project has been running for 3 years now. With, lots of side excursions through the NES and so forth, but still, from that we can interpolate the fact that it's going to be about 5 or 6 years before I get to Metroid II. So please look forward to that. By the time I get to Metroid 2, maybe they'll have actually made Metroid 5. Just kidding. It's never going to happen. I do think it's interesting that apparently Retro Studios are not working on Metroid Prime 4, but that is in fact an internal development team. But that makes me happy, because Nintendo internal development is pretty much world-class. Like, you don't get too much better than Nintendo internal. And supposedly it's a new internal development team, like a younger internal development team, so it may have some interesting ideas like we see in ARMS and Splatoon. Not that I necessarily want Metroid Prime to play like Splatoon or ARMS. Just, you know, that sort of sense of, hey, this is different, this is fresh. So we'll see. So anyway, I'm going to pause for a second and see what the stream chat has to say, because I've been jabbering for 10 minutes. Sean Dufresne says, why were you preventing Metroid from being shown at E3, Jeremy? I don't know. It was a curse. It was just a bad idea I had. Let's see. Someone asks, what was the coffee, Jeremy? I don't know. It was some Nespresso. Let's see. Gabrielle Riva says, one of the few games that has a great GBC palette. I'm playing on Super Game Boy and used a palette specifically that I picked because it looks good with this game. Samus is yellow and red. The background is purple. It's all good. Gabrielle Riva also says, what's your favorite Metroid Prime, Jeremy? I don't actually really like any of the Prime games that much. I guess the first one, although it really drags out for a long time. 3 is definitely my least favorite. That really kind of went off the rails. Let's see. The former head of the retro team that did Metroid Prime 1 through 3 is working on Prime 4, so that's cool. Gabrielle Riva also wants a new Wario Land game. And finally, oh yeah, some mention of a Virtual Boy Wario Land. Nintendo hasn't said anything about that, but apparently they re-registered, they re-upped the trademark for Virtual Boy Wario Land, which is really interesting. Because we all said, hey, it would make a lot of sense for Nintendo to revive Virtual Boy software on 3DS, because the 3DS would be capable of, you know, showing those games in 3D as nature intended. And then they didn't. And now that the 3DS is on its way out, they're doing something with Virtual Boy? I don't understand. Nintendo's weird sometimes. The only thing Nintendo ever does that you can predict is they're going to do the thing that you would last predict, such as hire Mercury Steam to make Metroid II Remake. But someone did point out on Twitter that this means Mercury Steam is the one developer that actually is Metroidvania now, because they worked on Castlevania, which was in fact an open world-ish non-linear Castlevania, and they're now working on Metroid 2. So, well done. Metroidvania truly exists. It is a thing. They are the common thread. They are not the thread that I would have chosen to bind everything together, but you gotta make do with what you got. So, Metroid 2, actually, I don't know how interesting this game is to actually watch. It's kind of very slow. It's a very methodical, maybe more so than any other game in the series. Very slow-paced. Samus has a very deliberate sort of walking pace, and her jumps are very floaty, which, you know, is down to the Game Boy hardware. Though I will say, after the past few games I've played, not this, but 1942 for NES and a few others, having a game where the frame rate at least seems solid is nice. It's a good change of pace. It may be slow, but at least it's not overtaxing the system. I'm not a big fan of how big Samus is on screen, but I've complained about that a lot in the past, and I am not going to belabor the point. But they did change up the proportions of the character, and it definitely changes the overall feel of the game. Like, Samus on NES is actually a smaller sprite than she is here, and she takes up much less of the screen, because the NES screen, of course, spans the full pixel dimension that you see here on the Super Game Boy screen. But on NES, obviously, there's no big frame blocking up the center of the screen. Where are my Metroids? Where are my Metroids at? I need bombs. Alright, I'll keep exploring. Anyway, it does kind of create this sort of claustrophobic and crowded sensation, which I guess the game does put to pretty good use, but for me it always sort of impedes my ability to sort of tell where I am in the world. I get very lost very easily in this game, which is not the case in any other Metroid game, really. 2, 3, 4, 5. Some kind of cool weapon up ahead. Oh yeah, there's the bombs that I need. Thanks, baby. For those of you just joining in, hello. Thank you for watching this stream of a game that is 26 years old? Sweet Jesus. Oh, was this 92? I think I said 92. So 25 years old. So a 25th anniversary edition, shall we say. Maybe it is 1991. I can't remember. I need to go back and check. But in any case, it's a very old game, and it is being remade. And I cannot play the remake for you because I do not have access for it. I'm not at E3. I am not in with Nintendo like that. They do not give me the ability to play their games months in advance. Oh, hello. E-Tank. Why, yes, thank you. I'm thirsty. I'm gonna take a sip. Of gin, not coffee. Since I am playing a classic, game with green graphics, I decided to have a classic gin and a green bottle, Tanqueray. It's always thematic with me. Like I said earlier, this was supposed to be a coffee stream, but I had a lot of technical issues. I've just had issues with streaming all day long. In this case, no, I can't jump up there. Come back. In this case, I can't find my Metroid II cartridge, which really sucks. So I had to accept the fact that I could not play on a proper cartridge, and then I tried to boot up my EverDrive and play it illegally, and my EverDrive wasn't working. So I had to get that back into shape. It was very sad. Alright, looks like he went that away. Those kooky noises tell me that there's gonna be a Metroid soon. Time to switch. Oh my god! What have I done? Entrapment. Is this the spider ball area? Is this where you get the spider ball? I believe it is. If not, I'm gonna have a lot of trouble. Okay, yeah, there we go. Yon spider ball. I forgot how quickly you get the upgrades in this game. It's like, why not just start people out with the bomb and the spider ball? I mean, I've beaten one Metroid so far out of, like, 50. Oh well. They were still figuring out how video games work. I'll let them have it. Someone is calling the sound effects in Metroid II cookie effects? Whoa! That was unexpected. Okay, there we go. I'm supposed to save time, but I didn't. I didn't actually save any time by doing that, because I wasted so much time bombing myself. Well, so I guess I go back that away. Oh wait, no. I can probably explore up in that sandy area above, right? Yes, let's try that. Alright, let's try it this way. Yeah, there we go. I don't remember if there's actually anything up here, but it's worth a look. Nope. Can't get over. Alright. I should probably just move along, but it's Metroid. You've got to explore. What happens if you don't explore a Metroid game? You're a bad person. Okay. That is all I can do here. So it's just a tease. Oh, yeah, someone mentioned in the stream that Crix, the guy who makes the EverDrive, has announced a new generation of EverDrive GB. I did see that yesterday, or the day before, and it seems intriguing. There's some new features, like the ability to have separate real-time clocks for multiple games, which would be good if you wanted to play a bunch of Pokemon games. Alright. I think I'm in Metroid Land. Oh! Unfortunately, well, fortunately, Metroids are not very smart. So that's all it took. Yeah. I have a feeling they're going to change that in the remake. I think that was one of the elements that was changed in another Metroid Remake 2, another Metroid 2 remake, AM2R, whatever you want to call it. But as I have not played that, I could not say. Oh, there's nothing up here! All that trouble for nothing. If only Samus's proportions weren't so enormous on the screen, I could see more of my surroundings and not have to waste time doing stuff like that. But I'm going to crawl around with the spider ball and head up to the ceiling and see what I can find, because nothing is more exciting for a live stream than slowly covering every square inch of video game screen space. You love it. I know you love it. And they obviously meant for you to do this because they put a power up, you know, an energy refill up in the top, up on the ceiling. So clearly they were like, yes. Oh no, these nerds are gonna go crawling around and explore every place, and they're going to fall ignominiously. That was shameful. Whoa! Just keep dropping. I'm so lost already. I don't remember seeing any of this. How did I end up here? What is happening? Is this the place that I couldn't jump to before? No. Everything's eerie. The music has changed. Oh, come on. Oh, I demand the spring ball. There we go. Alright, I have more missiles, so I can kill more Metroids. This is the circle of life. Even more missiles. They did not hide those very well. I feel like I'm being rewarded just for walking through a room. Oh! Okay, this was the part that I couldn't jump to earlier. So, I guess I need to go back up that way? Oop. You will have to forgive me, like I said, it's been quite a while since I played through this game properly. I did play through it on 3DS a few years ago for my series The Anatomy of Metroid II, but that was a very sort of stop-and-start experience. I would play a bit, and then write about it, and then come back like a day or two later and write more. As opposed to this, where I'm just running around like crazy, trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing. Yeah, one of the big changes in this game over the first Metroid is that you do have these huge spaces like this. Okay, I think I know where I am now. Yeah. So I don't know if there are any more Metroid dudes over to the right. So I'm gonna head to a different direction. Yes. Actually, I'm going to see what happens if I climb up here, because again, that's what Metroid 2 is about. Meticulously climbing over every square inch of wall and ceiling space. And the 30th anniversary of Metroid's US release is actually happening in August. That is 2 months from now. So I will definitely go back and stream more Metroid this summer because I always welcome any possible excuse to play more Metroid. Okay, so this is all I missed before. Just a missile refill. Don't really need it. Alright, farewell ceiling space. And little floaty guys. I apologize if I am wandering lost, but that is what I do in Metroid 2. Oh! Bastard. Claw-faced freak. Who do you think you are, you little Cthulhu wannabe? Have I really only killed 2 Metroid? How shameful. I wish I could get Amiibo to pair with this game. Did you guys see the Metroid Amiibo they announced? It's the best Amiibo. It's a little Metroid sticking to the glass tube, you know, it's totally the baby Metroid. The baby. But it has a squishy, whatever you call that part of its body. The main body part. It's like a blob of protoplasm. It's so great. Nintendo gets it sometimes. Sometimes they don't. When they do, it's nice. Oh, come on now. Alright. So much for saving time. There we go. That's the very exciting shooting through every block on the screen experience that we were all hankering for. And what is up there? Nothing. And nothing down there. Okay. I feel Metroid 2 really stood out back in the day because how many like fully non-linear platformer adventure type games were there on Game Boy at this point? I don't think there were that many, if any. This was definitely a big sort of ambitious project for the system. Ooh, oh! Oh, very bad. There's so many Metroids down here too. Including one in here. Yep. They call them alphas, but they're weak like betas. Thanks, that's been your moment of internet for the week. Oh, no, no, not in the thickets. They got me right in the thatch. Anyway, the novelty of portable, non-linear adventure games is definitely not quite as impressive as it once was. But I'm still looking forward to the new Metroid 2 game, and I'm also looking to having Axiom Verge on Switch. And I'm curious about that new Kirby game they announced, because it reminds me a lot of Kirby's Canvas Curse, which was also a 4-player Kirby platformer. And they tried to do the non-linear adventure thing with that also, and it didn't quite work. It was just a little... well, for one thing, the multiplayer required people use Game Boy Link cables, which is just, like, who is actually going to do that? No one's going to do that. But also some of the non-linear design elements were a little weird. I notice people are dropping out of the stream, which means either I'm being boring, or else people keep coming here expecting to see, like, the remake, and are disappointed to discover that I am, in fact, just playing the Game Boy game. Sorry about that. Game Boy is a way of life around here. It's in my blood. Alright, let's see. I think there is still a Metroid to the right. Is that correct, or did I kill that guy? I don't think I did. I keep calling Metroids guys and him, but is that really fair? Very sexual. I should call them them. Time for missiles. Indeed. Come on down. Where are you? There you are. Oh! Caught onto my wily ways. Alright. That is another Metroid in the bag. So what is that, like 5 down? 34 plus all the extras to go? Oh, the water has descended. This planet has the weirdest ecosystem. If you kill the indigenous life forms, the water table subsides. Now, if only I can remember the way back to that place where the water was. Oh, you jerk. Let's see, can I go up to the left? I think it's just to the right at this point. Oh, it's just to the left, okay. So it's backtracking time. That's right, shooting through the bricks. So let's see. This is all very sort of mundane play right here because I'm just backtracking. So this morning I was trying to stream the Seiken Densetsu collection and it did not work out. And I'm sorry about that, but my hope is to maybe try it again tomorrow. I don't know why it was giving me so much trouble. I think my system's just not used to streaming from a console, a modern console. Not that it should really be any different, because I'm streaming this through a FrameMeister, which spits out 720p video, but whatever. For whatever reason, it was being flaky. So I'll try that again tomorrow. It should be okay. I should be able to stream from Switch just fine. And I'm very disappointed that Seiken Densetsu Collection was not announced as a Nintendo first-party release. I was really hoping Nintendo would pick that up and publish it in the US. You know, because Secret of Mana is, and both that and Final Fantasy Adventure are both very highly regarded pieces of Nintendo heritage. Even if they didn't sell, you know, like gangbusters, they still have a, you know, a lot of fans and fond memories. So I was really hoping that that would be, you know, one of those games like Skyrim Remastered that someone else develops and Nintendo picks up. But I guess it was not to be. But, you know, we can at least look at the Japanese version and say, neat! So that's what we're never going to get to play in English. And we can at least play one of those games on Virtual Console. Wii Virtual Console still has Secret of Mana. Final Fantasy Adventure is a pretty cheap Game Boy pickup. Probably spend like $15 for a cartridge. That's not so bad. And then Seiken Densetsu 3... There's a fan translation. So if you don't mind dabbling in the illegal and the gray market of the internet, you can play it that way. God knows I did. And I even recorded it on a video and documented it. So Nintendo can send the ROM police after me. I would like a save point now. I think I have found the area where the water was, though. So this all seems new, and I seem to be going down, so I must be heading into a new zone. So that's good. I'm making progress in Metroid II. And I will kill more Metroids, because what is a better theme for a video game than genocide? Yay! Let's wipe out an entire species. Ah! Well, there's the new water table. Oh! Okay, we found rock bottom again. Or water bottom, as the case may be. And it looks like we're actually more than halfway through the stream. That's exciting. It doesn't seem like the internet has been sputtering and kicking people off the stream or dropping my video, so that's nice. Things are working better than they did this morning. My internet is being a little temperamental today, so maybe that was the issue this morning. Normally I have like between 3 and 600 megabits per second upload because I have needlessly fast cable internet. And today it's like 80 megabits per second, which is still a lot, but not as much as usual. So I lowered the bandwidth consumption on this stream from this morning, so maybe that helped. Okay, that seems ominous. That guy's just sitting there. Is he going to transform on me? Nope. Okay. Hooray. Okay, I'm seeing weird new enemies, so I'm definitely in a new area. Well, also, I killed a Metroid. That was a pretty good sign that I've made progress. Down to 33. But actually more than that, because this game is a liar. And it's time to circle the ceiling! Dun, 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 dun. Whoop. I accidentally missiled. Alright, we'll climb up the ceiling some more, because that's exciting and fun. Barely avoided that guy. Let's see what exciting things are over here. Oh, a missile upgrade. My reward for tedium. I don't know. Oh, that's as far as I go up this way. They're onto my dirty tricks. I feel like I was a little, in a very small sort of tiny circle of people, a little bit infamous for bagging on Metroid II a long time ago, back when I first started working at 1UP.com. So, like, about the time Zero Mission came out, 13, 14 years ago. It's been a while. But I did a retro review. I used to do retro reviews on 1UP because why not? I like writing about old games. That was an excuse. And I said this game wasn't very good. That made people mad. That is how I met the very talented Jen Frank, who eventually went on to be a writer at 1UP. She was deeply offended by my thoughts on Metroid II and wrote to me about it. And we became friends anyway. But my entire premise back then was like, oh, you know, we have 2 save points in a row? That seems like not really great thinking and planning. Anyway, my premise back then was like, oh, we have Game Boy Advance. Who would want to play Game Boy? It's so old. These games don't work very well. I love me some NES, but Game Boy doesn't age well. However, I have since come around on that perspective. Game Boy hasn't aged very well, but it's very interesting nevertheless. It's been interesting to play Game Boy World or Game Boy Works, excuse me, to produce those videos and discover how portable gaming evolved. It's involved a lot more puzzle games than I would have expected. A lot more ports of old Japanese PC games from the early 80s. Oh, that was a little crappy. Okay, so I guess this is as far as I can go. No, I think I can go underneath here. Man, that is... Oh, those are some wicked shenanigans. Look what I just did. Anyway, to Game Boy fans in the world... Crowdout13 says, what's Game Boy World? That's not real. That's true. There never was a Game Boy World. We have always been at war with Eurasia. To all the Game Boy fans in the world who feel slighted by my ill-considered opinions, I apologize. You were right. Tell your sister you were right about me. No, about a Game Boy. You were wrong. Right about me, too. I was being short-sighted and temperamental. Immature. Ill-considered. It's terrible. I think I'm going to go back and save, because I got a cool missile expansion, and I do not ever want to stick to the ceiling above deadly water ever again. Okay. I have saved. So actually, that would be a good time to pause again. Ooh, that stripping effect could cause problems. I'm going to go back in here, where no enemies will attack me. I'm going to look at the stream chat. Sean Dufresne says, don't forget the Mahjong games. Yes, there are so many Mahjong games in early Game Boy. Nick says, the Final Fantasy Legends series aged well. I agree. It absolutely did. Hopefully Samus retains that low frame spin animation for jumping. Nah. I'm okay without that. Sean Dufresne also says, I want an Ultimate Secret of collection that has the 3 Seiken Densetsu games and Secret of Evermore. That would be really cool. I wouldn't cross my fingers. Let's see. People seem to enjoy streams as something to have in the background. I hope my voice does not put you to sleep. Okay, so people are talking about how cool the Metroid Amiibo is. Yes, I agree. Oh, Carl Petrov asked the big question, what features would you like to see in the Metroid II remake? Oh boy. Well, first of all, did I climb up this wall over here? I don't think I did. Oh. The biggest problem I have with Metroid 2, besides the proportions of Samus on the screen, which forces the gameplay to be a little more slower, is the overall design of the world, I feel, is a little off. It doesn't feel quite like other Metroid games. And there's something to be said for a game that is unique and stands on its own merits, but I don't know, Metroid 2 is a little... Have I been here? Was this the... Oh my god! Here comes a Metroid. This one's different than the others. Oh, wrong button. I like how they give you this one Metroid that breaks out of its shell, because it reminds you, oh right, those things I'm fighting, those are the Metroids. So yeah, this game, the original version, has its own sort of distinct structure and flow. It's much more linear than the other Metroid games. And I would be happy to see it made a little more... It's hard to describe, but I would like it for it to be a little less linear in terms of overall structure, and a little more structured in terms of the moment-to-moment flow, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. Oh. Oh, this is bad. Can I kill that thing? It certainly can kill me. I guess I just need to hurry the hell past. Oh, that wasn't it. Oh, goodbye, Samus. Good thing I hit that save point, huh? Yes, indeed. Man, that dude was really crummy. Let's see. I hope the remake has QTEs and collectible items. You're a bad person. Sorry, it's true. You're a bad person. QTEs are the devil's work. Yeah, I don't know. I would like for the remake to build on the good things about this game, which are the premise, which is that you are exploring the Metroid homeworld, and maybe not so much of some of the specifics, like the fact that you have to rely on the arbitrary earthquakes that cause the water level to drop in order to advance. Like, that just doesn't feel Metroid-ish. Metroid is always about advancement through Samus's acquisition of new powers and the expansion of her abilities. And of course there always is some element of luck to it, like, in Zero Mission, in Zero Mission there's the battle with the big insect, which is very contrived, and you wouldn't possibly be able to finish the adventure and defeat the Mother Brain if you did not kill that insect and it did not just happen to die in a way that worked to your advantage. But I'm willing to forgive stuff like that because, I don't know, the design is otherwise so thoughtful. And that added some interesting variety to the adventure. Damn it. Damn it, Plant Boy. Actually, wasn't there something interesting in that hole down there? I think there was. Man, I hate this guy. Oh, you're the worst. Oh, you're the worst. Oh. No mercy invincibility. I hope there's an E-tank down here by Cracky. Oh, there's something. Oh, no, not this guy. Is he just gonna sit there shooting at me? Oh. Samus, you're facing the wrong damn direction, moron. Oh, right, I have to bomb this guy, that's right. Oh, very sad. Very sad. Alright, well... I'll take another stab at it. I forgot you have to bomb that guy. That gal, maybe. I don't know. I keep calling everyone guys. It's a man's world, and Samus is blasting her way through it. Alright. I kind of feel like the demo presenter at today's E3 stream. Just dying and dying and dying. That's how you know it's good. It's like the Dark Souls of Game Boy. Herpaderp. Health recharge. This all seems so familiar somehow. It's as though I've been here before, perhaps in a dream. Go! Alright. No, 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 no health. Ah, that's health. Alright, let's skip trying to get over that guy. And bomb the crap out of an armadillo. I keep forgetting that I'm using the Super NES controller to play this, and the start and select buttons are a little further away from the face buttons than they are in a real Game Boy. Yeah, suck on that, buddy. This is the best upgrade. It's so good. So effective and a moment-to-moment play. Oh yeah, it combines with the spider ball. No more bomb jumping. I love that. What a good idea for an upgrade. Of course, I still have to make it past that little bastard up there. I think I may backtrack instead of trying to defeat this guy. Oh wow, I've been playing for nearly an hour. Time, it just flies by when I play Metroid. I didn't even need liquor. As the song says, we don't have to take our clothes off or drink gin to have a good time. I have done neither. Well, I drink a little gin, but my clothes, they're on. Oh, right, that guy. I forgot to defeat him. That's why I had so much more health this time. Yeah, take that, buddy. I could definitely afford to find some health refills, though. Oh, what about that, huh? Huh? Oh-ho! Aha! Mm-hmm. This is the Tunnel of Fun. I hope. Actually, if this just took me someplace that's going to kill me, I'm going to be very sad. So one thing I do like about this game is the sensation that you are just plunging further and further into these decaying ruins. That's a sensation that I guess all the Metroid games try to capture, but this one it feels like they've really been abandoned and overgrown and they're falling apart. Whereas all the other games, they just feel a little too, I don't know, manicured? This game really does a better job, I think, than any other Metroid of creating the sense of loneliness that I love about the series. So I really hope the remake manages to capture that. The remake's very bright and colorful. It has, not QuickTime events, but definitely some shooty, zappy parts. So who knows if it'll maintain that spirit, but I really hope it does. Oh, I missed. There we go. Well, I'm collecting a lot of missiles, but not a lot of energy tanks. It's very, very unfortunate. I really have no idea where I am at this point in the game. I could be plunging rapidly toward my death. I would have no idea. For all I know, I'm close to the final boss. Nope, I'm just in the missile collection zone. Wow, there's a lot of missiles to collect in this zone. Oh, that's what I'm after. That's my jam. Where is my jam? I guess I have to go about this some other way. Okay. I've exhausted the possibilities. It's back up for me. Oh! Alright, one nice innovation in Super Metroid is that you can duck into a ball in midair. That is something that would come in very handy in this game. But I like it anyway. What the heck? Baby steps, right? That seems promising. Oh, bullets are cruising through the air. Yep. Yep. The old hidden wall trick. One, two, three, four, five. Let's hope I can collect that E-tank and whatever this is. Oh, yeah. High jump boots. Now I can jump higher than the screen. But this does not take me any closer to the E-tank, does it? Nope. Not there. Aha. Give me my precious. What? Ah, there we go. Alright, that's what I'm talking about. And they really went crazy on the hidden places to go into here. Yeah, that's it. Come to Papa. Oh, I mean Mama. Alright. Good times. Now, whoa, look at her jump. Look at her jump, folks. Now I need to go find a save point, and then I can call it a day for this stream. Maybe come back some other day to continue my... Oh! That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Alright. Maybe I can continue this some other day. The further adventures of Samus. Of returns. The further return of Samus. I don't know. What? Oh, I see. I have to use the high jump boots to get out of here. I got it! I got it! I understand. Oh, no. That's bad. Alright, friends. I need to find myself a save station. Would it actually be possible to beat this game without the high jump boots? It seems like I might have been able to. This whole area seems a little optional. There's got to be some place where you can only advance by getting the jump boots. I'm sure of it. Someplace. Somewhere. So I guess now I need to go back up. Oh, I see. I see what they're up to. Okay. And is there another tunnel to the top? There is not. That is my sole tunnel to the top. Alright. So I'm pretty sure that just on the other side of these conduits, there is a save point someplace. I already killed that Metroid. Rest in peace, little guy. You had to die so that I could live. Oh, now I should be able to get over those stupid plant dudes, no trouble. Ha! That's the secret. Definitely go for a better weapon, though. Oh, look at that. It's helpless before my mighty jump power. It's interesting in this game how Samus starts with some gear from her previous adventure, like the long beam and the Marumari, the morph ball, but not others. She has some missiles at the beginning. It was kind of a nice touch, you know, not to make you start over from zero. Other Metroid games... Oh! Oh! I hate you. Oh, no! That's so terrible. Other Metroid games don't do that and go to ridiculous lengths to contrive a reason why Samus has to be depowered. Maybe that's why they haven't made a Metroid 5, because her powers are like permanently part of her as of this point. So they're just like, well, we can't come up with a good, convincing reason to take away her powers, so we just shouldn't make this game. Ah, there we go. Okay. Save point completed. So, that wraps this cool E3 stream of Metroid 2 in celebration or observation of Metroid 2 Samus's Return. Coming this, was it September for 3DS? Very exciting. So, I hope you enjoyed watching. Maybe someday I will play more of this game. I'll have to reorient myself and figure out where the hell I am, but it'll be good times. In any case, I'll try streaming again tomorrow because, you know, E3, very just like this, it's a thing to do. So I hope you'll join me then, and please look for this game to show up on Game Boy Works in about 5 years. It'll be great. All right, take care. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.